Hey guys, welcome back. 2022, 2021 is in the rearview mirror, no pun intended, or maybe there's pun intended there, I don't know. But I'm excited to be back. I'm excited that we got a ton going on this week, next week, the following. It's just like, it's nonstop at this point. So I'm excited, you guys should be too. The Integra is just gonna start snowballing at this point. We got parts just pouring in. We got big news coming on that car. The MR2, we got it back at the shop, which it needs to be. You guys know I did the frame braces on it, and we'll go over that. So anyway, thank you guys so much for a great year in 2021. I just wanted to give you guys a shout out. I appreciate the support. It's a small channel, just doing this for fun and enjoying myself while I'm doing it, and hopefully you guys are too. I love how you guys comment on the videos, get involved, and let me know what your thoughts are and your opinions and all that good stuff. So I have a lot of fun with it. Please feel free to reach out at any given time. I love hearing from you guys. And yeah, let's get right into it today. I'm excited. First, we'll address the MR2. The MR2 is back at the shop, and I have decided that this winter we are going to rip this thing apart, finally. Last year, I was toying with it. I was kind of trying to just replace pieces on it and had a shop actually go ahead and do a majority of the work. Now, unfortunately, as you know, I did do frame braces. If you haven't watched that video, go take a look if you want. If you don't, whatever, it is what it is. But I did the frame braces. It made me go under the car and notice also that there was a pretty big oil leak. Now, people that are MR2 owners are probably gonna say, Luke, that wasn't even that big of an oil leak. It is. It's big enough where, to me, I had a shop go through the car, and my one request, I didn't give them a cap. I didn't tell them what work I wanted to get done. I brought it to them and said, hey, I need you to go through this car. My goal with this car is to street drive it. I want to enjoy it. I want it to be as good as it possibly can be without going to the next level of pulling this motor. So you'd think, oh, good, great, grand, wonderful. But we've already replaced, or I shouldn't say that, we brought the car home, enjoyed it for about 24 hours, and then I had to have it brought back because there was a massive coolant leak. So strike one. Then I go under the car to get these frame braces replaced, and unfortunately, I start discovering more and more issues. So with the physical appearance of the car, as you know, we did the majority of this stuff last winter, replaced the intercooler piping, replaced the valve cover gasket. They started doing deeper things. So what did they do? They replaced the oil pan, they replaced the oil pan gasket. They actually did do the timing belt and all the gaskets on that side, the camshaft, I believe the cam seals were also replaced, and then they did find a boost leak and they replaced that. So, but it looks okay, but you start looking and you got like the little crusty there. This stuff's all just crusty and disgusting. And then you get down there and you got the transmission braces and some other, suspension pieces that are just rusty and horrible. It's just not my thing. So what I decided was we're gonna go ahead and start ripping that apart. That's the end of it with that car. I'm kind of excited about it because this car has so much potential. It is pretty, it is a good looking car. We're gonna get new wheels for this. We're gonna get off these RPF ones, which is good of a wheel as they are. This car just deserves better than this. So we're gonna get this car situated finally. To most people, this car is good as is. You can enjoy it, just drive it, but I wanna make it better. That's kind of my thing with cars. I wanna make them better and to what they were originally, which is as good as it can be. So, we replaced the spoiler. As you guys know, I decided that we're gonna have these holes filled instead of just putting the wing over it. We have the APR carbon fiber GTC wing that's gonna be going on this car. I did do a windshield wiper delete. As stupid as that sounds, it's just a couple more pounds on the back of the car that are gone. And the big thing, this weekend, it is going tomorrow to get the cage put in. We're doing a 4-point roll cage. It's gonna be custom bent. We're not doing a prefab bolt in. So you guys get that out of your head. We're not doing it that way. We're doing it the right way. and it's going to be done by DP Race Parts. If you haven't heard of them, they are a very large name in the racing scene as far as drag racing for Hondas and imports. So they do an unbelievable job with their fabrication. You can go check out their website. I'll put it in the link below. They have unbelievable stuff that they fab in-house for these cars, and they do such an unbelievable job. So we got to go ahead and get the passenger side seat out. I need the driver's side in there to get it over to the shop tomorrow, even though it's right down the street. But that's it. So we got some new parts came in, and I'm excited. We're going to test fit some stuff and go from there. All right, let's go check it out. You may have already caught them in the background, but the new wheels and tire setup came in. There they are, RGD2’s, Advan. I don't even know the color, but it's very similar to a mag blue, Volks mag blue, and then we went with the Falken RT660’s. We went 245/40 in the front. And then in the back, we went 240 or 225/45/15. So some wide boys on 15s. The wheels themselves are 15/8, I think plus 35, if I'm not mistaken. I'm stoked. These things are pretty. They're fat. They're going to do the job. I really would have liked to get some 15/9s in the front, but you know, it's a little hard to come by wheels right now, and the fact that these were even in stock, I may still try to pick up a set. They may not be the same color, but again, track car things, who really cares? I'm stoked. They're a lightweight wheel. They're nice. We're going to try to fit them on today. As you can tell, these are 205s, and that's a 16. Now, I forget what it is, 16.7.5 or 16.7.5. I don't even remember. I think these are plus 35s, if I'm not mistaken. So the wheels are going to be a little wide. The tires are going to be a little fat. And we're probably going to have to, well, not probably. We're definitely going to have to roll the fenders and the quarters, probably pull them a little bit if I can't find wide front fenders. We'll see. Let's try to throw them on today and see if they fit. And, you know, obviously the coilovers aren't in. They are actually supposed to be arriving today, which I'm stoked on. I don't know if I made mention to you guys. We are going with K-tuned circuit coilover with the Swift springs. And I want to say it was 20 in the front and 16 in the back possibly. So we'll get some stiff springs on there. I'm really excited about the way that the setup's going to be with all the PCI parts and the MPC drop forks. And then we got this new piece too, another nice unit. We got an ASR frame brace as well as their rear sway bar. So the pieces are rolling in. We are going to get this thing ripped apart as soon as the cage is done. We're going to start doing the suspension stuff if I can't get it straight to paint. And again, we're just going to do the front bumper, the roof, the trunk now, and the rear bumper. So we got a couple of things that we're going to do, but let's get these wheels on, see how they fit. We got it, and it's not that bad. I thought it was going to be even worse as far as how bad it pokes. I mean, it pokes pretty significant, probably talking about 3/4 of an inch. Mind you, this is on a factory suspension setup, so there is absolutely no adjustment going on right now. From everything that I've read on forums and just from other companies and stuff like that, the best setup is going to be around negative 2.75 degrees of camber on the front. So we've got some adjustment that we're going to be, running some negative camber on it, obviously as a track car. So we're still going to have to roll the fenders and pull the fenders a little bit, but it's not going to be that bad, I don't think. It's definitely pokey, but it isn't as bad as I thought. So we have all the suspension parts. I mean, we have almost every bit of adjustment. We're going to be working with the geometry a little bit. You know, I'm pretty excited about the fitment and the way that this is coming together at this point. Now it's going to really start speeding through where we're, you know, now the roll cage is going in tomorrow. We got suspension parts that are almost all going to be here, so we can really start. I mean, at the very least, I wish that I had one setup better than the other, in the meaning I wish I had the upper control arms or the rear lower control arms. But unfortunately, I'm missing the upper control arms and the rear lower control arms. So it's not even like I could just jump on the front while the back, we're waiting on parts. I did order, I think I told you already, I got stainless steel braided lines for the front and rear. We're just gonna throw regular, probably OEM style rotors on the back. Put in the comments if you think that's a bad idea, but I don't think that should be the big deal. We got the Stop Tech slotted cryo-treated rotors for the front, and we're just gonna run the stock brakes for right now. We have a big brake kit on its way. Unfortunately, that's months out, but that's, you know, this is what we're dealing with right now with shortages and stuff. So I'm really stoked on that. I think the tire and wheel setup looks awesome. The blue, you know, it was one of those things where they were like, oh, do you care? And I'm like, no, it's track car. What difference does it make? There's going to be points in time where I'm going to be running different wheels in the sense of different color wheels. Because say I can get these in a 9-inch wheel for the front, I may just grab them even if they're a different color, just because it is what it is. It's a track car. It's not going to be at shows. And I don't know. The guy that was selling them to me was like, oh, well, you could always do a livery that's based off of like the fronts are blue and then the backs are so. I was just like, I'm not going to go through all that just yet. But yeah, I'm stoked. These wheels are, like I said, they're super nice wheels. Never had a set of Advans before. Mostly just Volks, Rays, Motegi, you know, and that was actually the other set. I think was it was a Motegi or Kona. I can't remember who it was. But there was one other set that they make this offset, and was it available? I don't know. So I just went with what I knew I could definitely get, and you know, it's fine. And again, the ZEs probably would have worked with the 225s on there. They're thin wheels, so they would have been a little bubbly, but these are going to be fine even for if I just want to run a local event or something and I don't want to get crazy with the grip and just kind of slide the car around a little bit more. I don't know. We'll see. I'm stoked on that. I can't wait to get the trunk finished up so we can get the wing on. That should be coming soon. I'm hoping within the next couple of weeks. I got to pull the passenger seat out. We'll do that now. Get the other wheel back on just because, again, it's going to get the cage put in, but I'm really kind of excited. This is really going to start coming together. We got to get a hood. Want to lose a little bit more weight in the front of the car. And then, yeah, so things are happening. We're waiting on the front. We have a lip coming with a small splitter. I don't know when that's coming. Unfortunately, we're having some communication issues with the company that's making that. I have not heard from them. And hopefully I do soon, because if not, I want to try to get something different. I want to try to get something on the front of it. I am limited on what I'm allowed to have for the street classes and the club. Well, I don't think for club I'm not, but I want to be able to kind of flip-flop. And again, I'm not even looking to be super competitive in anything this upcoming year. So if it happens, if the car is dialed and, you know, I get some seat time and I somehow have beginner's luck, whatever, that's cool. I'm down. But the chances of that are probably slim to none. So we've got a huge pile of Integra parts. We got new parts just starting to pile up. And we got this cage coming. And as soon as this gets to a certain point where possibly if it's got to go to paint for a week or so, then we'll get to work on the MR2. So we got a lot going on, and there might be another project happening. I don't know. We got so much happening as is because we got the Corvette that I'd really like to start working on too. I want to get that, so it's, you know, that's out of all these cars, really the MR2 and the Corvette are really going to be, besides, I mean, obviously we got the Cayman at home, and we also have the Corrado as kind of like the street cars. Now the Corrado though is pretty much like an oil cooler away from being able to take it to some autocross events and having some more fun with that car, which I might do. It's, you know, it's really well put together at this point. It does have to come back apart, and that's going to be for another video. I really wanted to do it. Unfortunately, with the way that I've been feeling in inclement weather at home, I haven't had an opportunity to pull the Corrado out and get that. But we got something coming in the meantime. We got snow, so we're going to be doing a lot of work now. So get excited, get stoked, comment below. Let me know what you guys think about this build. If you have any recommendations, suggestions, I'm always down to hear it. I'm excited. I hope you guys are too. You know the deal. Like, subscribe, and I will talk to you guys soon.